I need to take a photo of this janky setup that I've got here. I'm not sure this is much easier to set up than my GoPro. At least this isn't crashing like my GoPro did. So we'll see how it goes. I've invested another big wedge of cash into the YouTube channel. I needed a better camera anyway. And this one gives me the blurry backgrounds, so you can't see that I'm in a petrol station car park doing my laundry. So this is a quick video just to try and keep my weekly video cadence. It's not Friday, clearly it's a different day, but it is out in time for the weekend, so that's something. I use the machines here. The prices have gone up. It used to be £8 for an 18 kilogram load. Now it's 10. And it used to be £2 for 15 minutes in the dryer. Now it's 3. So a big load of washing costs me £19, and that's about every fortnight. Last time I did my washing, I did it at a different petrol station across town, and I don't think I'm going to use that petrol station again because it kept my washing. Now I tend to wash all my clothes, and it kept all my clothes. I couldn't get the machine open. I'd messaged Gadget John, and he said, oh, they just power off the machine. And I went, and then when they power it back on again, it resets it and you can get your washing out. So I told them that, and they said they're not allowed to touch it. And this all happened at just shortly after 5 o'clock. The number on the machine only open on the office hours. My clothes were in there overnight. The staff at the petrol station were brilliant, and they kept an eye on things. And then when I phoned them the next day, they said because of COVID, they don't have anyone answering the phones. So I had to email them. But when they finally did get through, they were okay. Yeah, the guy phoned me up, and he said, oh, really sorry for that. And they refunded me the cost. I could have argued it a bit more. I was just glad to get my clothes back. And then, so the staff they were authorised to repower the machine, and I got my clothes back. But because they'd repowered the machine, the dryer didn't work. The card machine stopped working. So I had to go to a different petrol station to dry my clothes. Oh, what a ball ache. So I've changed petrol stations. These machines look like they're in better condition anyway. And I timed it right because there's a person who's just following me using up all the machines. So my clothes are in the dryer now. Yeah, so the diesel heater, I would put it in this weekend. In the meantime, it has been kind of cold. It's been sort of like 1 degree, 0 degrees overnight. Outside in the van, it's been warmer. I've looked at some videos online of different ways that you can heat your van, and one of them was using tea lights. Oh, okay, they're inexpensive, aren't they? So I bought some tea lights, and I thought I'll give it a go. Now, I don't have any terracotta plant pots, so I just spread them out on a metal plate, and using the thermometer that comes with my Max fan, I figure that's as close to accurate as I'm going to get. The weather app showing what the local weather forecast was and what it was supposed to be outside, and it was saying 2 degrees, 1 degree. About every hour I would track what the weather was and compare it to what the temperature reading was inside, and it was about 13-14 degrees throughout the evening, until maybe around about 10 o'clock. And suddenly my eyes started stinging and my carbon monoxide alarm went off. So immediately blew them out, and for the next half an hour it only went down 1 degree, so around about 12 degrees. I think it was, by the time I settled down. But if I'm in my gym jams, my pajamas, and I'm also got a coat on and maybe a hat, 12 degrees is fine actually. And if I had some other way of keeping the van at 12 degrees or 10 degrees or something like that, probably wouldn't bother with the diesel heater, because they are noisy and I tend to park in areas where I don't want to be noisy. But still, tea lights are not the way. So if you're thinking of using your tea lights, maybe with a terracotta pot, maybe that's the magic sauce. Maybe that's the thing that stops you from going to sleep forever. Or maybe you don't need as many tea lights. But they were burning for about 3.5 hours. So maybe that's excessive. Maybe I'm not supposed to burn them for 3.5 hours, or maybe I'm supposed to have ventilation. But then ventilation kind of defeats the purpose, doesn't it? Because I have a plug that fits into the surround of my Max fan, keeps that from letting out too much air. And at the back where the diesel heater used to be, I've put in a plug hole because I had a hole in the floor. So I just made that hole a bit bigger and dropped in a plug hole. So that provides some ventilation, but not obviously not enough. Not long left on the dryer. What do you think of the camera? Is it a nice picture? I'm shooting in hybrid log gamma, BT 2020, 4K. I edit and I color correct my videos in DaVinci Resolve Studio, well, let's be honest, more of you watched. A couple of years ago, I had more viewers when I was filming on my phone using the selfie camera, and uploading footage that looked like a potato. Oh, before I go, someone asked to see my cup holder. This is the latest version. This is version 3, maybe, and it's just that. How clever's that? It's a basket, plastic basket with a couple of camping style ball bungees. Now one of them goes through the bottom and that goes through the armrest and hooks on there, and then I've got another one stretched around the top there, and that grips the cup, stops it from rattling around, and that's it. Goes around the arm, ball bungee on there, perfect. And you can move that so I have it there, but you could put it out the way if you don't want it there. It doesn't get in the way of the wing mirror. That's it. Life hacks. Right, I'm gonna have to go. Drying's done, nearly, and I'll see you in the next video.
No.